The U.S. Federal Reserve wrapped up the year by lowering its key interest rate by 0.25 percentage points. However, as the growing expectation is that the pace of rate cuts will slow down next year, financial markets have experienced some turbulence.
미국 연방준비제도가 기준금리를 0.25%포인트 인하하며 한 해를 마무리했습니다. 다만 내년엔 금리 인하 속도가 느려질 것으로 예상되면서 금융시장이 크게 흔들렸습니다. So they have cut the interest rates again. But the key point is that next year it's going to slow down.
Yes.
네.
So obviously, many people were hoping and expecting a rate cut at this time. But for next year specifically, the Fed had originally said, we'll probably do about 4 cuts next year. They said that in September. However, now they're saying, we don't know about that. It might just be 2 cuts. So they're slowing down the number of cuts.
All right.
Their final destination is for a lower interest rate, but they're probably going to take more time to get there.
Inflation is still going strong.
Yeah, well, inflation is inflation has been bad for a while, but they do say it is getting under control.
Under control?
So maybe it is
Okay.
not exactly where they would like it. In the US, we try to aim for like 2%-ish, 2 to 3% interest rate, and we are not there yet.
Okay. All right. 그러면은 because of this,
Yes.
it had an effect. 그 뉴욕 증시가 흔들리고 있다고 하는데 그 비트코인도 크게 하락했다고 하는데요.
Yes.
So it has had an impact on the stock exchange.
Right. Usually, whenever the interest rate goes down, it does shoot stocks up. But because of that second piece of the news where they said they were not going to do as many rate cuts next year,
Okay.
that was seen as kind of upsetting the stock market. So stocks on the New York Stock Exchange fell, and the price of Bitcoin also fell quite a bit. And there were some plans, Trump has been saying, maybe we'll put Bitcoin on the books and have like a store of Bitcoin. But with the price falling, who knows what will happen now?
Well, I mean, Bitcoin has skyrocketed, and
It definitely has.
yeah, so I think, yes, it has fallen, but I don't think it's that traumatic.
Yeah, it is still, even though it fell a few percentage points today, it's still quite high up there. So
Sure.
I think most people who own Bitcoin right now are positive, have seen a profit, but we shall see. And, going forward, the Wall Street Journal reported that there might be some conflict between the Fed and President-elect Donald Trump.
Okay.
Of course, Trump wants lower interest rates as soon as possible.
Got it.
But if they're going to slow down, we'll see what conflict will come up.
And so speaking of that term that you just used, to slow down, I want to focus on that. I tell you, in the English language, these phrasal verbs are so often used. 그러니까 한 단어로 it's decreasing 할 수 있는데 we use words like slow down, go up, go down,
Yeah.
right? So to slow down, 속도를 느리게 하는 거죠.
Yeah. So it can be used both ways. So it can be 속도를 느리게 하다, or you can just say 속도가 느려지다. So it can be the price slows down. Yeah, the rate cuts slow down. It can
Right.
be used in that grammar pattern. And it just means that it's not going to go as fast. It's not stopping, but it will go slower.
Well, we have much to cover next year. We'll see. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure that, these finance and stock-related news items will continue to come up, and we will cover them.
Okay. Let me read that again. The U.S. Federal Reserve wrapped up the year by lowering its key interest rate by 0.25 percentage points. However, as the growing expectation is that the pace of rate cuts will slow down next year, financial markets have experienced some turbulence.